some cars out that will call me, otherwise that breaks down.
Hi. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm here. The technical difficulties were more with my brain than anything else. Yeah. Sometimes I still have trouble navigating YouTube because I forget how I did it before, and I haven't done it long enough to know when you go live with other people, you use StreamYard or other streaming services, and when you go on live by yourself on YouTube, there's a different process to get there. So I think hopefully I'll remember this time, but I don't know. I'm a little foggy today. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Cassandra, if you're all still here. Yeah, I'm a little foggy today. Mornings are tough for me, and I probably make it that way for myself. But kind of just been in this, hi, Renee. Been in this dragging in the morning kind of thing. So I'm here. I made it. I'm trying to get myself organized for this. I have grabbed a few things because I wanted to do a little paper crafting today in my journal. Well, it's not so much a journal as a blank book. It's just a blank sketchbook that used to be in my mom's stuff. And I was going to do the journal or the altered book. Hi Spirit. Hi Lorna. How's it going? I was going to do the altered book project with Claudia K. Vintage, and so I started that and decided I would much rather do the altered book project in an altered book than an actual book. Oh, that's good. So I've been looking for a book. I haven't been able to find a book. So I decided to take this and maybe do some junk journaling, just maybe more like scrapbooking with some little things that I've been holding on to. And then I also have these pages from the Alice in Wonderland book that I could do a fun kind of collage-y thing with, because this book was kind of like coming apart. So yeah, I know my head is stuffy today. Hi Denise, how are you? Thanks for coming by and showing me love, giving me your support. I appreciate it. Nothing too exciting is happening right now, but maybe it'll get exciting. I don't know. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you need to just go ahead and do it. There's some fun stickers. I went through some of my sticker collection. These are cool because they're embossed and sort of translucent and glittery and really pretty. So, and some embossed paper that's really cute too. That I could line one of the pages with that. So that's what I'm thinking of doing today. Yeah, and it shouldn't take too much time, right, Spirit? I mean, that's the idea. One little thing each week. And I've gotten behind now because I did the draw with colored pencils here. And I thought I was doing awesome. And then when I decided to switch gears, that's when I got messed up. So it has some different ephemera here, some different things that have been sitting on my desk for a while. And I thought, well, I could just tack them up into a little book at least. I could always redo it later if I wanted to. But we'll see. I wanted to keep going with this weekly live because I want to get in the habit of crafting every week on a schedule. Even sometimes when I don't necessarily feel, well, Kathy, I know what you're saying. I mean, I do have stickers like that are vintage that I've held on to. These we went to the bins the other day because John's daughter wanted to go, and I picked these up out of the bins. So, I mean, they might be worth something, but yeah, if I wait to research everything, it's gonna be a while. This is just a reproduction postcard that someone sent me, probably somebody I bought something from on Whatnot or something. They sent this, which was cool because I like to. The whole book parts are just sitting there. Yeah. I know lots of you that come by are crafty yourself. I love chatting with you and hearing your ideas and sharing ideas. It's so fun. I appreciate you all so much. These are some fun, cards that come as package toppers from a lot of our friendly resellers, and I love them. Great. Sometimes I just tack them up on the wall or something so I can look at them. Redo the last two. I've been writing down, Renee, all the steps. I went to her channel and saw the little screenshots she was putting up on each time she pulled out a new task for the book project. And I wrote them all down. Do I know where that paper is now? I don't think I know where it is. Oh my God, I'm becoming this. Oh, here it is. I'm becoming the. Okay. Draw in colored pencils. Use glitter. Do something bold. Use watercolors. Use material. Make a cutout / window. And that's as far as I've gotten. There's probably been another one since I made the list. Well, like I said, I still want to actually use a book, and I can't. I've been looking for a book that I don't mind altering, and can't find one that I'm happy with. So it's going to be one of those days, you guys. I don't want to be a bummer, but I'm kind of like, I'm having trouble. The struggle is real. I had some really awesome sales recently. I want to thank everybody that's come by to our sales, even if you don't make a purchase. You're adding to the vibe that we're going for. I speak for myself first. I love being on live with people, sharing the vintage that I have. Even if it doesn't sell, we can talk about it and enjoy it and learn more from each other. I just love that so much. So just want to thank everybody who who's come out, even if it's just for 1 minute, you know. And my channel's growing. I have 384. I had 380. I think I had 384, something like that. Subscribers, and I'm trying to get to 400. I wanted to do it by my birthday, which is March 3rd. So I guess I have a couple weeks left. Yes, a theme helps. Yes. Yeah. I definitely could use some more direction. And, you know, yeah, there's always a distraction, it seems like, with what I'm trying to accomplish. So, just look at my calendar. I'm going to mute real quick. Okay, just wanted to put a little sound in the background for myself. It helps when it's so quiet. I don't want to. It helps me. So what's the weather like where everyone is today? It is, I bet you can guess what it is. Thanks, Lorna. Let's see, let's check the weather app. Maybe I can look outside the window, but let's see what the weather app says it is. Okay, 40 and rain. So, seems pretty consistent. I don't see actual rain coming down at the moment, but hi, Kitty. Hi, Rebecca. I haven't seen you in a minute. How's it going? What are you up to today, everybody? I have my coffee. I'm trying to get my head cleared up. I'm a little congested these days when I wake up in the morning. And 44 and cloudy. Okay. So I have these. I haven't used any of these, I don't think, ever. Let's look at these. I've had these for so long. It's like stationery, cat themed stationery. Oh, you've been sick. Oh, I'm sorry. 5, 6. It was probably one of those things I've had since I graduated from high school. I should use. I mean, it's cute, but it's not like super fancy. But there it is. 12 stationery sheets. One of those things I haven't been able to use up or part with. So it's just sitting on my desk because I was just in these drawers trying to find something and trying to find my big glue stick. I just have a bunch of receipts in this drawer. Some hole punch. Lip gloss. Oh no, Rebecca, I'm sorry. Yeah. And this cute little bunny card card for Easter. I have all these little, things that I've been holding on to. Don't know what to do with. Don't want to toss them. So I need to use them. If I'm going to keep them. But what do I do with them? These are just color copies. I think I got these from Mary, Ancestral Beginnings. Timey. Timey pictures. Can you imagine if your picture showed up? I mean, it probably all happened. Showed up in somebody's ephemera packet or junk journaling lot. These guys. I found a navy work wear kind of one-piece navy outfit at the bins the other day, and it had the last name Brown, which is mine and my daughter's last names and last name. I thought about getting it, but then I was like, what am I going to do with it? So I'm great at collecting things, but using them is another story. It's a little card. So let's see what I'm going to get done today. Let's see. It's another card I really like. Yeah. Kathy, you know. A little recipe card. Let's see. It takes a lot of effort to put together a scrapbook page or junk journal page, doesn't it? Sometimes I feel like I just gotta go for it. If I think too much, I'll just get bored and move on. Oh my god. Oh, so sorry. And sea monster. You must have some things that you like to do that border on crafty, Rebecca. Everybody has something, some kind of creativity. Yeah, I do too. I really do too. Pinterest is helpful for that. I was going to share that I made these because I'd been collecting wooden thread spools, and I went on Pinterest and looked for ideas what to do with thread spools, and I came up with these just like ornaments, but I did them in Easter colors because Easter's coming up, and I thought that could be something that I a little craft that I could sell on my lives for a couple bucks. You know, people would have a little something fun and vintagey, a little ornament, and you just use a couple buttons. And I mean, I generally like to do things that are a little bit more involved, have a little bit more, but you know, sometimes you get thread spooled and they don't have any thread on them. So what I've been doing is taking I have a ton of embroidery thread and just winding it around and putting a little dab of glue, and then I can use them here. Now some still have the original thread on them, like this one does, and these yellow ones. This purple is original too. So I have those. The other things I've seen done with thread spools, you put a like a paper clip or some kind of clip on the top and use it for a stand for like photographs or postcards, that kind of thing. Like, I mean, I did this one. I don't love it. It's just a simple bottle brush tree. Yeah. Yeah, I need to add a picture. Oh, to the hanging thing. Yeah. This, I was thinking I was going to maybe cut the block off and glue it onto the thing. And these are fun, like little fillers you can just like put in your, put amongst your like figurines, things like that. So I don't really like the blockhead. It's going to take it off. Yeah, I could add a picture to it. I was also going to take some ribbon. Yeah, put buttons around the spools. There's some that are really cool that I would love to do, where you take a like a piece of felt, or, and I suppose I could glue them so they're stacked better. You take a piece of just thicker material and do a little blanket stitch on the top and bottom, and then tape that around, or I mean glue that around. And that also has like little buttons sewn onto it, and or just decorative ribbon, lace. Yeah, exactly, Kathy. So maybe that's something I can do. I can embellish with some. I have a jar of trims that I've grabbed, put together for myself to use. Let's see. Maybe that would be more interesting today, because I've been thinking a lot about the wood spools and how to use them. Oh, I know what I need to finish. Oh, I need to finish a project that I started. Okay. I'm going all over the place. I need to finish let's clear this up. I started looking at my schedule because somebody asked me to do something on Thursday, and I remember I had a doctor's appointment, so I got to see if I can fit that in. Let's just put this aside real quick. I have a show tomorrow, our weekly Kitty Deals Vintage show that I do with Sabrina. She's going to be out of town, or she is out of town, I think. And my special guest will be Nikki from Black Dog Vintage and Antiques. And I'm really excited that she will be joining me because I've been on her channel before, but never has she been on my channel. So hi Joyce, how are you? How's it going today? Have you been well? I am just trying to get myself organized and figure out what I want to work on. I have a bit of a headache and a congested head today. So anyway, I've made this little decorative plate kind of collage thing. It has a glass dome over it, which I like to say I harvested it from someone else's project that I picked up at a thrift store because I really wanted the glass because I wanted to do something, I wanted to do this project basically. So I've already put this plate, this is a Wedgwood plate that I also got at a thrift store that I really liked and wanted to save. And inside I put a lot of decorative ribbons. I put a cat brooch, vintage cat brooch there. I put a gold locket that was in my mom's jewelry box, as well as this little pendant that is, I believe it's a carved glass something. I think it was my great-grandmother's. This is just a little angel thing, and this is another little jewelry piece from my mom's box. So what I was going to do here in the space between the glass and the plate, I was going to put a little bit of trim. Thank you. I like it too. Yeah, I like that sort of Victorian romantic kind of look. So I was going to put this trim around to kind of hide that seam. I'm not sure which side is up here, but I tell you, I never appreciated my eyesight so much as I do now that it's kind of going a little bit. So let me find my reading glasses. I guess both sides are the same. So the trick is going to be, because in some places there's more gap than others. Sorry, that's my phone again. I'm not going to answer because it's probably my dad, and he calls frequently, and he's still in the hospital. And what he wants to do is he wants to talk, but it's a one-way conversation. So for my own mental health, I'm just taking a break from it today because every day it's been the same. And it's tedious. It is very tedious. So I'm going to, that's pretty. I should do some of this ribbon. This is really pretty ribbon. I got this on a package from Heather Elizabeth. She has beautiful things. Okay, so yeah, that's the story about that. It's funny because when they call, the staff helps him call, and then they say, "Hi, Leanne, do you want to talk to your dad?" And I'm like, "No," in my head, "No, I don't." But what do? You gotta, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I always refer to it as like the boy who cried wolf or Chicken Little or something. You know, all he wants to do is complain and complain about other people and complain about how he doesn't like. He's just everything that he doesn't like, and there's nothing I can do about it. I think he thinks there's something I can do about it, but he never directly asks me to do anything about it. He just complains about it. So, and because I've been power of attorney and trying to help him, because I am the only relative in that position. Yeah, it's all, kind of on me. And I try not to take it personally and feel like I've made bad decisions for him, because I know I've made the best decisions I can at the time. But the fact is that there's nothing that's going to satisfy him. Honestly, there's nothing, because I can't give him his old life back. So there's literally nothing I can do to make it so he won't complain. There's always going to be a complaint. And it's like I said, it's one-sided. He lacks empathy. He doesn't seem to have any kind of room to even ask you, what's going on with you? What's your life like? So conversations are not actually conversations. I'm going to glue this on real quick. It shouldn't take very long. No, I haven't looked online, but Kathy, I wanted to tell you, and I was hoping you'd be here. After you said that in the chat, I was like, I don't know if she's joking or not, but that is, I'm not joking when I say that I'm going to bring that up to the doctor, because I remembered that his father did have shock treatments back in the day. His father did have electric shock treatments. Now, by the time I knew my grandfather, he was already sort of a zombie, and had probably already had those treatments. I don't know if they still do it or not, but that's, I think, going to be the next thing, because I don't know what else there is. Nobody's ever brought that up to me with my dad, but I don't know what else there is. I'm going to mute and see if it's just him or if it's the doctor calling. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it was him. They said, "Do you want to talk to him?" And I said, "No, can't right now." And I said, "Do you know if it's about anything in particular, or if it's just more of the same?" And she said, "More of the same." So I said, "Well," I said, "I'm going to pass right now because I'm busy. And but would you please have the doctor call me at some point because I want to discuss what's going on." It's been about a week since I talked to the doctor, so it's probably time. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Yeah. I don't know how they'll be if they'll be because he has Parkinson's. I don't know if they'll be interested in doing that with him. My grandfather did not, as far as I know, have Parkinson's disease. And I don't know what his diagnosis was. The reason that they did it for him, what I was told was that he had nervous breakdowns, but it sounds very similar when I hear what he went through and what my dad goes through. It does sound very similar. I think they just called it different things. Where with my dad, they call it bipolar disorder. They might not have had that language with my grandfather. So I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, well, it's not every day that it happens. Spirit goes back and forth with me. But just when it's, every hour there's a phone call. And I don't mind talking to him and just listening, but when he wants to tell me the same things over and over again, and it's always about how he doesn't like the food, or he doesn't like what so and so said to him, or he doesn't, and also like paranoid kinds of talking. It does get to me. I try to not let it, but it does get to me, and then I start thinking, "Oh my God, am I going to be like this? Is this going to happen to me?" Um, I already have anxiety, so and I know some of it's like just aging parents, people. It's hard for the elderly. They lose their freedom, they lose their lifestyle, all this stuff. Well, yeah, yeah. I guess it can translate to a lot of different situations, Apple, where there's things that you can't change. You just have to manage. And one thing I can do for myself is when I have this time for myself. Yeah, I knew what you meant, compost. Um, to keep this time for myself. The only reason I turned the ringer on my phone is because I wanted to make sure I got important calls from my doctor or his that the doctor there, or because I was missing some calls that I'd wished I had gotten. But prior to last week, I didn't have my ringer on, and that's just because of my dad. Because even if he calls, I don't answer, and he leaves a message, I'm still aware, and it still makes me have an emotional reaction. So, anyway, all right, I think this one's done. If you look closely, you can see like the little gaps where I started trimming it to try to get this to fit snugly, and I couldn't get it close enough without going too far. But anyway. Oh, I probably won't get Parkinson's, or I don't know. I've met quite a few ladies recently that live in his building that have Parkinson's. It progresses a lot differently. Well, it's different for everybody, honestly, but just setting that aside. But let me see. What am I getting now? Oh, I was going to show you guys another project that I did recently. What I'm worried about getting is just crazy, even more crazy, because I already have kind of the tendency to have anxiety and depression. So I picked up these. Yeah, Spirit. I know. And everyone tells me, you know, as I was taking care of my mom too, she was his caregiver. And then her passing and everything. People are always like, you got to take care of yourself. And I'm trying to. Yeah, it's real. All we can do is take care of ourselves. I even tell Dad, you know, take care of yourself. The problem is I don't think he knows what he can do for himself. Or there's so much. It's not working in his brain. And I just need to remember that. I keep trying to remember, you know, he's not a rational human being. You can't argue with him because he doesn't want to hear anybody else's thing. He thinks he's right. And if somebody's not coming along with him in the way he thinks, he gets upset. And that's his problem. That's what's brought him to the hospital, is he gets too upset, and they are concerned about him hurting himself or others when he gets like that. So because he's unstable physically because of the Parkinson's, and he just just kind of snaps, you know. Anyway, these wood frames, they're very shabby chic. They came to me like this. I found them in Palm Springs, and they didn't have anything on the inside. So I decided what I would do is make like a little padded surface to put brooches on. And so I did that. Oops, they're falling off. So I just made, it was actually more challenging than it looks. You'd think you could just trace a circle, but because it's inset, it was tough to get a good circle to fit. But anyway, I did. I think I'm going to leave the frame the way it is. I was thinking of putting that same trim that I just put around the plate around here, because I wasn't liking the look of that gap. I'm not sure I'm going to do that today. I just wanted to show you guys what I think that would look nice, or some kind of other lace trim. But yeah, so I put brooches on. I haven't put them on the wall yet because I'm not sure where I want to put them, but I really like them. They're solid wood frames, and they're circles, which, you know, are not easy to find. So yeah, I have those little guys. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. You'll probably end up diapers in a nursing home. Well, yeah, no, and why do we think that's such a negative thing too? Like, I brought my parents to a nursing home where they could, well, it's called assisted living, but where they could make friends, they could have their meals taken care of, they could have everything cleaned for them, they their laundry done, they could have medical care when they need it, you know, accessible bathrooms, all the things, right? It's to make your life more comfortable and easier. But for some reason, Dad is kicking and screaming the whole way. The fact is, hi, Julie, I cannot bring his crazy into my life even more than it already is. I cannot live with him. I cannot bring him. I cannot physically take care of him and have my own life. And I still can't, even from this distance, I still can't. But where'd I get the circle? You mean the frame or the circle? I made the circle of foam core, and I made it to fit that frame. And then I put the batting and then the muslin fabric over it. And just the frames I got at, they have a thrift store outlet in Palm Springs. The thrift store is called Angel City, and their outlet store is a lot like the bins for Goodwill. I don't know if you've ever seen a video or gone to Goodwill bins, but so they just have all this stuff. Well, I didn't find much there, but I did find those 2 frames. And so I paid 50 cents for those 2 wood frames. They didn't have glass, obviously, in them. And one was where the frame kind of had come apart right here. Oops. Right here, you see that line? It had, you know, they're pieces of wood joined together and then cut out. So this is a seam that kind of came apart. So I glued it. I put a little staple in the back to reinforce it. And then I decided to just kind of keep it like that because it didn't bother me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to get out more too. The only reason I ended up going to Palm Springs, you guys, is because John had a work trip there. And I said, I'm going. I've never been to Palm Springs. I'm going. So, yes. Yes, Stacey May. This is one of those anthropology kitty mugs. What's the artist? Leah Rena Gorin. Yeah, I have a couple of these. They're really cool. I thrifted them. But they're worth some money if you look them up. Yeah, Spirit. So, like, it used to be more of a thing with Dad about, like, physical, being worried that, you know, he would harm my mom physically or this or that before his Parkinson's really took hold. Now his Parkinson's has took hold where his feet are kind of frozen. He can't move around as easily, which I am empathetic to that. But it also keeps him from being able to, like, come at you if he's, like, physically having a response to come at you or, you know, act on his emotions where he's not able to control them. And he didn't, as far as I know, he wasn't physically abusive to my mom or myself. It was always, you know, arguments. And a kitty coaster. Yes, Angela. Angela gave that to me. It's a little silicone coaster. Yeah, I got the kitty stuff going on. So, yeah, I bet it did scare you. But he's scared. He has scared people in his building, and that's what brought him to the hospital. And he's lived in other places where the same thing has happened. So that's why I don't buy the argument that the place he lives now is so terrible, because he says that about everything. So when he tells me this is bad, and I say, well, what do you recommend? And then he starts telling me, I recommend a place with good food, and I recommend a place where the people care, and I recommend this and that. Well, that is the place that he's living has those things. My mom even said so because she lived there with him. These places do have high turnover because it's a difficult job. being a caregiver is a difficult job. The people that give them their showers, the people that do the housework, do the housekeeping, the people that run the front desk, the people that manage the kitchen. They interact with these elderly folks that have different walks of life, and everyone has their opinion. But the elderly folks that are more difficult, like my dad, I'm sure you don't want to go to work and then deal with these people. Bless them. I'm always so grateful when I see them. I'm like, I thank you so much for doing this job. And yeah, so there's going to be high turnover in that job, and that's what I hear everywhere, in hospitals too, everywhere. People move around, so you're not always going to have the same person. Like, does he want, I just don't know. Brain bleed, hemorrhaging, basically repeated strokes. Yeah, Dad has had a small stroke before. They have him on warfarin now. Yeah, my dad was athletic. My dad played sports all the time. My dad, he would go for a walk all the time. And so I know that's part of what it is, not just mentally, but physically. He's not getting the exercise that he used to get, and that he used to do to manage his stress. And that makes the anxiety and the depression worse, I'm sure. When he is depressed, it's not very often that he's not depressed right now. He's in a manic phase right now. Yeah, they're skilled. They are trained, and I don't know why Dad can't seem to understand that they are doing their job. And he says, "Oh, so and so doesn't care. So and so is acting like a queen, like she runs the place, or blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Well, she is trying to run the place. You do need people to manage things in a place like that. And Dad, you got to fall in line. Unfortunately, you got to follow the rules, and your needs are getting met. His expectations are too high or something." It's just like, God, I just can't. And I do this when I don't know. Yeah, whatever the words are these days, right? I know. Well, it's, as I understand it, it's when they can recognize specific swings, mood swings. For Dad, it's every few months. It could be like once or twice a year, or it could fluctuate a little bit more often. For a while, I was thinking it was a little more often, but what I was seeing was just bad behavior. It wasn't necessarily being manic. And yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kathy, I've been managing his meds. I think I've been doing a really good job of it. But of course, when this happens, and this is the first time he's been hospitalized since he's been under my watch. But it's happened to my mom before when she was managing his medication. We've talked to the doctors about having medication management at the facility, which for him, because he has Parkinson's meds that he takes 5 times a day, it costs more because there's more visits to give him the medication. It's going to be over $2,000 a month. Then that's not, we're already paying paying more for just his general care. But then an additional 2,000 something a month for just medication management. And I was resistant to pay that, but he was even more resistant. I tried to keep that from him. I tried to keep that so he wouldn't know how much it was. But they accidentally sent him a bill that was supposed to be routed to me. And then he saw it. And then that made it harder, because when the doctor said, yeah, we should do medication management from the facility, I said, yes, let's do that. It's less for me to have to do. But when he found that out, he threw a fit. Just like he throws a fit about everything, which I've come to realize recently is really just narcissistic behavior, when you have big emotional responses to things because you just want to get your way. What I'm doing, you guys. Yeah, dementia. He has a little bit of dementia from that stroke that he had. Yeah, I know. Worth it. Like, the money's there. I think to Dad, he feels like giving them money is like rewarding them. And he doesn't think, he calls it a game, that they're playing a game. And this is what he rants about when he calls me. You know, they bring somebody in, they, you know, have them pay. They take their money and wait for them to die, and then they replace them. Well, yeah, I mean, except for the wait for you to die thing, that's what renting anywhere is. You go, you fill out an application, you pay money to live someplace, or pay money to get a certain service or whatever, and then you end that contract one way or another. You end it by moving on to something else, or you end it by dying. That's really how it is for everything. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, right? It's a lot of money. I think of it as you're paying for a service, right? So I pay, or we pay, almost $8,000 a month for his rent, his bath and shower aid, his care around helping him get dressed, things like that. I'm going to pay that or more anywhere. And I do believe he's getting the care that he needs there. And there's opportunity to bump up the level of care, like with medication management, or having even more care. And then there's also memory care in the building, so he can move to memory care if he needs it. And there's also an opportunity to switch over, if you do run out of money, switch over to Medicaid. So hey, Lisa, how are you? Welcome. So you can see, I'm not doing a whole lot at the moment, but I think I'm going to put some lace around some of these spools that I have. Be right back. I'm going to go grab a couple things. I want to hear from you guys. How was everything with you? What's going on? Oh, I hope so. I hope so, Spirit. Life is hard, for sure. I don't know. So I guess my box of wooden spools is downstairs. So I'm not going to go down and get it right now, but I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm having trouble thinking. These guys they had chipped ears, and so I painted a little bit to camouflage them. And now I'm going to put a sealant on if I can find it. Too many things back there. It's so nice that you want to come and hang out, you guys. Hi, Kathy. How are you? We're just kind of hanging out and chatting so far, Kathy. No big projects, doing a little of this and that. I was touching up these little Avon shakers that had little chips. So now I'm putting a little bit of poly finish over the top. What's everyone doing today? I have a Zoom appointment at 2. I was going to try to get to a thrift store or something before to maybe look for some glass that I could bring to my show tomorrow with Nikki, because I don't have a lot of glass. And I'd like to find some, Nikki's really knowledgeable about glass. I do have a few pieces, Hicey. I have a what I think is a Blanco vase from my mom. I haven't decided if I want to sell it though. You ever seen these, Kathy? These little salt and pepper shakers. I have 2 sets, and they all have chipped ears, which is why I was kind of trying to do a little repair. Just camouflage it a little bit. You can see it right here. Yeah, Blanco. Do you like glass spirit? Do you collect it? Yeah, I haven't decided if I want to sell it. I don't collect glass or vases necessarily, and it's a glass vase, but I wouldn't know what to price it at if I did want to sell it. So I've been just holding on to it for a little bit. Yeah. Oh, it's raining today. It was really windy here yesterday, Kathy. Really windy. Looks like it's getting bright out there. Sunshine? No, it's still cloudy, but just bright. Huh. Oh, warm and sunny. I want some of that. Give me some of that. Yeah, I know just what you're talking about, Spirit. The birds in the background? No. That's just me trying to trick myself into thinking that it's spring. And just have a little background sound. It's just playing on the Alexa. I got this little ribbon on here. It's hard to see with the glare. Yeah, I had my cousin come from California before I sold the house, or before I had it professionally cleaned out. I had her come and take some things that I thought she and the family would want. She didn't take nearly enough. It still cost me $10,000 to clean that house out and dispose of everything. So, yeah, it just is what it is. Looking to see if I had some of that embroidered trim. One of these days for this show, I'm going to get organized, have a project in mind, and actually do it start to finish. That's what I hope. I ran out of energy, and also then Mom passing away just kind of sucked energy out of me too. Makes it hard to get to all those things that you want to do when you don't have energy to do it. That's cute. So maybe I'll ask you guys, should I, with these little spool, like decorative ornament things that I'm making, would you glue them together? Or the reason I didn't is, well, first of all, because if I didn't like it. Secondly, some of these paper labels would be basically destroyed if I did that. Would on a whim. Yes. I think I should glue them. Not sure. I'm not sure. And then I saw some on Pinterest that were strung together with a cord like this. Well, I like that look, and it keeps it a little more stable than it does with the embroidery thread. But my problem with that was I'd have to figure out a different way to attach it, because with this I did the button. So, oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good, Kathy. I wish I could have lived with my mom. Not or beat in between. Well, yeah, I could, yeah, make a knot and then have it be like a tassel below it. Yeah, moving is really hard. It took a lot for me to move my dad into the place he is right now. And I don't want to think about having to move him somewhere else. Also, I think he'd have a difficult time since he has a tough time with change anyway. Getting to know a new building, getting to know new people, and there still will be staff turnover no matter where he goes. So I don't know what the point is of moving him. Plus, he hasn't actually said that he wants to move. He just complains about where he is. Because I think ultimately he would like to live with me, and he thinks for some reason that he can make that call when he can't. I'll be more stubborn than he is. All right, let's see. What do we want to do here? This one with the bit of lace on it. Let me just take some out. Here it is. Mini push pin holders. Okay, I'm trying to picture what that would look like, Renee. I need a bigger spool for this. Where are my larger spools? All right, I'm just going to go get them. Be right back. Sorry about this, you guys. Let me see. Where's my be right back sign? Here, I got two of them. Be right back. Okay. Oh, pin cushion. Yeah, I've seen that. Yes, yes, yes. I got my hairs cut yesterday. I went to an actual place where they cut hair professionally. Have you heard of those places? Yeah, I did. I went. I had a gift card from a gal that sold my house or sold my parents' house from last September. And so I finally did it. It's just really hard for me to spend that money because it's over $75 starting. The lowest price point is $75. So that is the cheapest haircut that you can get. And that's just your base cost. And then, of course, tip if you buy any products. So I had a $150 gift card and basically used the whole thing. I brought this bottle up, this antique bottle that has all these stains in it. And I thought, and I've tried to get the stains out. I thought maybe I'd glue some stuff to this, some lace or things like that, make it pretty. So, okay, got some of my bigger spools here. I don't want to use any of them. I just love these spools. This one especially is really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I decided to use the gift card, get it cut. I kind of wish I'd gotten it a little bit shorter, but it's definitely cut well. She did a good job. Oh, really? Got worse? God, it was tough. I think about that. I think about trying to take my dad places. I'd love to do that for him. I'd love to give him that gift of some memories. Well, I don't know if it's possible for him. He's having a lot of short-term memory loss. I think that's probably why he calls me every day. He doesn't realize that he just called me. Or maybe he does and doesn't care. That's probably it. So I don't know. I just hesitate to alter these too much when they are Yeah, the inflation is crazy. You think about it, like everything always goes up all the time, doesn't it? I mean, it's never going to go back down. It's up and it's going to stay up. It might progress at a slower rate at different times, but everything costs more than it used to. The longer we go on, the more we realize that, because we've had more experience with different phases. So, it's just sort of the inevitable, right? I don't know. I love this ribbon so much. I'm being so like frugal with it and trying to make sure I really want to do what I want to do with it. Have any of you, yeah, I've been spending a lot of time on Pinterest. I got this spool of twill tape ribbon, sorry. And I've seen where people have taken this and like tea dyed it, just take little strips of it and put in like a basket, just sort of this kind of a shabby chic kind of look. But I could also use it as the bottom of, let's do this. Let's cut some strips. Let's just do it. Let's not think too much. I'm thinking too much today. Stop thinking so much. How long do I want it to be? Let's go with 9 inches. I like multiples of 3. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to Spirit, were you the one that said you just moved in with your dad? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Yeah, he moved into his house. Moved in his house, yeah. Now, I probably would have done that with my parents if I didn't want to maintain my own sanity. Although I feel like I'm losing it actually, so I'm not maintaining it very well. But yeah, so there's that. I'll trim these a little differently to make them look better, but there's that. And then I can put ribbon around this. I can put a different spool on top if I want to. Like this one. These are just like little ornamental kind of little hanging things, right? Put a bead there. I can put a bead on top. These macrame beads when I was doing macrame. Not. One of these frilly ones. Oh, his house is better shape than yours, yeah. There's that. It's a little like I'm trying to make a snowman. Let's see if I like different order better. So mom and dad's house was falling apart. I mean, it had good bones, but it needed a lot of work, and they weren't able to get it done. They weren't able to manage the process. So, and I didn't feel like it was safe for them. So I moved them, and I know Dad would have preferred to just stay there and waste away, but I didn't think that was the responsible thing to do. Let them do that. So I moved them and sold the house. After Mom passed away, I sold the house. Get in there. Oh, I think I like the big one on the bottom. Let's see if I put the bead on the bottom, how that looks. I'm glad to hear that, Spirit. That's good. I'm sure your dad is lucky to have you. glue on that. Trying to decide which side is up on this lace. So Spirit, do you, basically care for him, do all the cooking and everything? How how independent is he? That's good. I sold their house to flippers because they can do all the fixing up and everything, which, means that I didn't get a higher asking price, but I would have had to put that money into fixing it up before I sold it anyway, and I wanted to get out of it and not pay for electricity and all those other things every month. So being a little farther away for me to manage also. It's almost 2-hour drive back each way. So sure would have liked to have done something with it, but I couldn't manage it. So that's okay. We'll see how taxes turn out. I haven't done his taxes yet. See how that all shakes out with the house sale. I don't know. All right, I like that. I like how that looks. This is what we got so far. One of my favorite, most relaxing things to do is just hang out outside, if it's sunny especially, with birds just doing their thing, just watching birds. It's very relaxing for me and makes me happy. I need to get out and do that soon. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to spring. Can't happen soon enough. Had angel wings. Angel wings? Now do like apple said add angel wings. I didn't see when she said that. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, yeah. The jars. Cat, I don't think Kathy Acosta still here. Jars where they turn the lids into pin cushions. For a while, my aunt was giving us all those jars with sewing notions in them. I think she was buying them at her church sales and like rummage sales. I shortened some of these. Some of them are too long, I think. I've used a lot of the buttons and things from those jars. Oh, that's not good. I turned off the birds. They're not real. Maybe they were recorded real, but they're not real birds here. They're just a recording. I turned them off. They do get a little bit annoying if it's the same thing over and over. I've been buying a lot of, whenever I see them at thrift stores, buying a lot of trims like this for projects. Probably going a little overboard, but like this jumbo rickrack. Jumbo rickrack. So I'm not able to picture the angel wings. So what would that look like? I think I might put this on here. See, this is how I do. I like do one project then another one. I work on 12 projects at once. Do you do that? And I hope by next time I'll have my camera situated so that my computer isn't in the way. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, Kathy. Oh yeah, do get out and be out in nature, Spirit. Thanks for coming by. I want to do that too. I want to get out for a walk. Thank you so much. I have a telemedicine appointment later today too. Yeah, I know. Feeling older than I already do. My body hurts a lot. Maybe I could put rickrack on every part of that. That's what I could do. Is that too much? Too much rickrack? Excuse me. So here's another conundrum. So I go and buy all this vintage rickrack and all these vintage notions. And I love, especially like these labels. I love that. Yeah, doing cards and sketching. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem I have, Spirit, with doing crafting. When I sit, I get more tired and sore, but when you're crafting, usually you have to sit for a little while. Anyway, I love the packaging, but like this one is kind of coming unwrapped, so I probably don't want to keep it like that anyway. I mean, as far as like for display purposes, some of these are so fun, right? And this one, I'd never seen Fruit of the Loom rickrack before, or JCPenney rickrack. That's what I think what this pink one is. So I struggle because I'm like, oh, should I use it or should I keep it in the package? I think I should just use it. Is it pouring rain? Oh no, Lorna. We had a couple days like that recently. So yeah, I think I need to use some. I'm gonna use this one. Opening it. No turning back. Oh yeah, it's JCPenney also on the back. Yeah, I could. That's a good idea. I'm saving the labels. It's the tiniest pin ever. Tiniest pin ever. These out of the way. I have a couple more of these that I put together. I really like this one because I love the yellow. It's a really bright marigold color. And I think maybe I will go ahead and glue them together once I'm absolutely sure. And this one I'm going to kind of keep neutral. And I'll probably make like a little loop here. Yes, thanks. I was looking for that. I needed a little permission to use it. Here's some other stuff. Oh, I love this. I need to find more of this because this is it for me for what I have. This like velvet ribbon. See if I can. Yeah, I love pink. Pink, pink, pink is my favorite. You know, this little bottle of glue came with a project that I did last week. And I think it's just like tacky glue in here. But it works pretty well. So I bet Kathy's done altered book projects. Has anybody out there enjoyed doing altered book projects? And if so, how do you choose your book? I need a little help with that. What I need to be looking for when I'm looking for books. I don't. Did I see the clip? Shoot, I'm gonna have to look for it, Kathy. Oh wait, I must have. Yeah, the ones that are usually behind me, yes. The ones with like a angled roof, I guess. Those are from Amazon. Yeah. I recently did find some vintage small shelves, not miniature, but just small, that I've put up in other parts of my room. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. That'll be great, Kathy. It's so nice to find friends to share things with and share ideas. I was feeling so lonely before I started hanging out with you all on YouTube, so it's been nice. Let's see what I'm gonna do. I need to find it more white and off-white trims. Maybe some lace on the purple one. The yellow one. Yeah, I'll do it on the yellow one, and then I want more rickrack, or do we want this? Both. printer trays. Awesome, Kathy. That sounds amazing. Get these little ribbon roses. Things scattered around is making it hard for me to find things. I know I have some of this cord that's like a neutral color. It's like brown. I'm having trouble finding it. Oh well, I'll do what I have first. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to have to buy anything new, Spirit. I was really trying hard to find something vintage that I can reuse or give new life to, you know. All right, so I think I'm slowly getting over my worry about altering these spools, and I wanted to keep them in their original form, you know, and not change them up too much, like gluing things or cutting on them or painting on them. But I'm getting over it now. Oh, I don't know. I thought I liked that, but now I'm not sure if I like it. Yeah, after you buy them, you'll see some on the curb. Exactly. Well, that's what happened with me. I bought those from Amazon, and then found a couple, but they're different. You know, they're all different. I'm just gonna hold this. I'm not sure I love it. Maybe it would have been better on the purple in the middle. Let's see. Maybe I can put this on real quick while I have that glue on there. Vintage Rick Rack on there. That should work. It sounds like it's raining out there. Well, I was going to pan up a little bit with the camera and you can see, hello. This one here is from Amazon, and this one. So this one's a little bit more narrow. This is a little bit wider. And then this one behind me, the light colored one, is, so all three of those came together from one supplier on Amazon, probably from China. But yeah, that's what I did to get something to put my little guys on. Like this little guy. I haven't brought him to a sale yet, but I was thinking of doing it. He's a little Mexican terracotta whistle. You blow in his tail, and then there's little holes here. But I just had him sitting on my desk on a pencil. Yeah. It's not something I need to keep, but he came, sometimes at the thrift store I'll buy it. Might have some miniatures that I want to have for my collection, so I buy it, and then I have extra things in it that I might just sell to someone who wants it. So I'm going to probably do that. Yeah, he's cute. He's cute. I got that on. Maybe I'll put the lace here on the purple one. Or maybe I won't. It kind of hides the fact that it's a spool, so I don't know if I like the lace. I mean, I like seeing the lace, and I am kind of going for a Easter egg kind of vibe here. So, and I've also seen some where they take the spool and they stack a whole bunch of buttons here and thread them through. I just make little hangers, little decorative hangers out of them. Hear the rain. I'm going to put a little glue on here. Yeah, do you think I should spray paint the shelves that I have? I was thinking about it. Kind of like the natural in a way, but I wouldn't mind if they were white or all sort of an off-white light color, my little shelves. I don't know if you're talking about that, Kathy, but the other ones I found were natural wood, and I like that a lot. These are natural wood, but they're more like a balsa wood kind of. They're very lightweight. And you can also buy them in the same color too. I just happen to get the ones that I have in different colors because I wasn't sure if I wanted them all the same or not. Take off this paper label on this spool. That was hesitating to do because, you know, it's been there for 60 years or however long. But that's okay. It's my project. I can do that now. Oh, yeah, gotcha. Gotcha. So if you find different ones, yeah, to make it kind of be cohesive. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That idea. You have a good eye, Kathy. I know. We would be good together, crafting together, going shopping. I feel kindred spirits with lots of you awesome ladies out there. I'll do this with all of them. Why not? What the heck? What the actual heck? So cohesive. There's something to that word for me today because you know, it's aesthetically pleasing, but it also creates balance in your life. And I could use that. So this is just some, you know, baker's twine that probably was used on a package that I got. And I saved it because that's what crafty people do. Here, I'm using it up. Let's need some tweezers. It's really trying to bring them together so they don't come apart. Okay, I'm going to set that aside to dry. I kind of like how that is working out. Kind of like it. I should glue that button because it's kind of wiggly on top. See, I kept the paper there. Kind of like how that looks. And then the paper's up here. I keep fussing with it to make sure it's stuck on right. If I had a hanging place, that would be good. I'll put it back here. Hang and dry for a little bit. And let's see what else. We'll go back to this. I don't know why I'm feeling like this needs to have some blue on it. I don't know what to do with the seams here. The seams where the ribbon comes together. I mean, it probably looks fine just the way it is, but I don't know if I need to cover it up with something. Yeah, that's why I did those in some spring colors, because I'm thinking ahead to Easter. Let's see. Yeah, that could be fun. You mean not be on YouTube? Because we could make it like that, so we're not on YouTube. I kind of like the ones with the little tassel. I would do that. I would do a Zoom thing like that. What does this need? Yeah, exactly. So I know really some people don't want to do that. That is a-okay. Well, I would do it. I think it's a great idea. definitely am feeling like I need to craft with others. This is a nice color ribbon. I'm not either, but I think a whole classroom full, because that's the way they were doing classes in some places when they were during lockdown. I'm still feeling like hungover and like not quite all there this morning. Power outage at the downtown Goodwill store, I get alerts from, different sales at Goodwill and stuff. I don't even go to Goodwill that often, but I'm signed up for their alerts. Downtown Seattle has power outages, I guess. Really like that color ribbon on there. I think I'm going to do that. And then sometime soon, I'm going to have to take a break for lunch because I haven't eaten and I need to do that. It's part of my self-care. It's basic needs too. It's basic human needs, but feeding yourself is not easy for some people. I'm one of them. Yeah, I've seen definitely crafting lives, people crafting together. I definitely like that idea too. I think we were trying to think of a way to include people that don't want to be on YouTube but still want to craft together. That's true, Kathy. That could work. Just takes a little organizing. We could probably do it. I'm going to put a little pin in this while it dries. I just love this ribbon. It's double-faced satin ribbon, eggshell. It's just so good. Well, that glue didn't hold, and you know why? Because there's paper on there. Paper label. Get rid of that. Well, I think I know. I think Kathy and Julie would want to be involved in that. I wonder if there are others I can think of who'd want to be included in a little Zoom crafting not live, crafting session on Zoom. That'd be fun. Wouldn't want to leave anyone out, but anybody could join too. We could just start with a few of us, and then other people, when they hear about it, they could be invited. I don't even know what to call these. What do I call them? I'm not quite done with this one, but I should probably leave it alone while the glue sets and come back to it. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to have to sign off pretty soon. Like I said, I need to go eat, move around. Looks like the sun's out before I have my 2 o'clock thing that I have to sit here for again. So, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's start an Instagram chat. We could talk about it. Okay. So I was going to do a drop-in for my Rover client today, and she said she's staying home from work, so she doesn't need me. But to go ahead and it's kind of complicated. She wants me to come Thursday instead, but it's booked for today. And the way Rover pays you is on the app, you fill out a report card, and it gives you, there's a timer on it, so you know how long you've been there. And so basically, I'm doing a fake one today so I can go on Thursday instead for her, because she wants me to come Thursday instead. It's complicated. What's going on, Renee? My net is working in favor of booting me off. Mandated reporter training tomorrow instead. Oh, it's been postponed till tomorrow because your internet's not working. Oh, it's booting you off. Okay, got it. I'll put some stuff away. All right, you guys. I need to get moving. I need to get, stretch and wake up. So I got my hair cut. I'm growing out my gray. Got my hair cut yesterday. She washed and dried it. And of course, she tries to make it look good, like young people hair. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to still have a lot of color grow out for a while. But that's why I do a lot of like pinning it back, and honestly, it looks better not on camera. On camera, and it just looks so but the cut, I think the cut is good. The cut is definitely an improvement from what I had done to it myself. So, but I just can't wait for all this. It's not even supposed to be red, but that's how it has evolved. It was supposed to be light blonde, which is the way my hair used to be. Kind of like your color, Julie. My hair used to be like a light blonde. Both my daughters are blonde. So, but things change as you get older. So I like to kind of pull it back away from my face, I think. But she styled it, like stuck to my face. So that's it. That's what I have to say about that. When I pull it away, it helps me not see the harsh line of the color as much. I'm just more comfortable with that. But yeah, when you look right here, it's like white. I don't know. I'm showing you this because it's now on YouTube for everybody to see, but whatever. I don't care anymore. So I'm gonna yeah, it was obviously better when I was getting highlights and doing it professionally, but also spending a lot of money. And I was still uncomfortable going there yesterday. I wore my mask the whole time. I walked around the mall, went to get a boba tea, and wore my mask the entire time because, I'm just extra careful because I'm around my dad and in and out of the place he lives. And anyway, just uncomfortable around people. So I can't imagine spending hours in the salon getting my hair colored. So yeah. I mean, there's still other people wearing them too. I'm not the only one, but it's just not as much as before. But I haven't been keeping up with any news, and honestly, there's not a lot of information out there. About the status of things now, but well, anyway, thanks for being here with me. I'm gonna probably continue to work on this, and I'll show it to you next time. Just a little tassel-y thing. And I'll see y'all soon. I'll see you around the chats and those shows. And hopefully I'll be a little peppier and have more energy next time. Yeah, I think they're hiding it. Yeah, I agree. I did a self-test last week because I wasn't feeling good and been having body aches, and it was negative. And I still haven't had it, and I really don't want to have it. So it does look like a curtain pull, doesn't it? I guess that's kind of what I was going for, just kind of copying some things I'd seen on Instagram. But it's been fun. It's been fun chatting with you. Thank you for listening and giving me feedback and ideas, and I'll see you later. Thank you, everybody. Take good care of yourselves. Have a great day. Bye-bye.